So if there's one thing that I really enjoy doing, guys, is hooking up all the gear. And it doesn't matter whether or not, it's something new or a used piece of gear, whatever. But, getting me, hooking up something for my listening pleasure or even for someone else really gives me a high, if you know what I mean. I love connecting cables. I love tear down. I love putting back stuff together. Something that I've been doing for many, many years now, and I still enjoy doing it in my 60s. And today I thought I would, build two little systems here for listening, for my listening pleasure, or more or less for demonstration purposes, so to speak. These are these little systems that I'm going to build with you today. It's nothing high end per se. This is just something I do because I love doing it, and perhaps you wanna maybe learn something from what I do, from what I'm doing. So let's do it. So today I have this little amplifier here. I think I've spoken about this on the channel before. This is a streaming amplifier. It's the Arylic A-50 Plus, and this has been on the market for many years now. I think I purchased this around 2020 or so, somewhere around there. But it's still for sale. You can still get it to buy from the website or probably from Amazon. So like I said, it's a streaming amplifier. I'm just gonna take it out of the box and show it to you. So here it is. All right. It has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built into it. All right. And not only does it have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, but in terms of streaming apps, it has Spotify, it has Qobuz, it has what's this other high-end streaming app? Oh man, I need to get my head together. Yeah, but it has a lot of streaming services built into it, guys. And this thing is weighing, it's minuscule in terms of weight. I doubt it's weighing 1 pound. And these little digital amplifiers, that are taking over the market nowadays. Now, this is not anything for high-end listening per se, even though you can get, I have gotten hi-fi sound from this. Yeah, so I thought I'll do a little build today with what I can find around the house in terms of speakers and all of that, and just give you a little demo. Now, just a little bit more about this speaker. I mean, this amplifier here. What it has 3 digital inputs, or maybe should I say 3 digital inputs. It has USB, it has optical input, and of course it has an Ethernet connection. It also has 2 left and right for analog in, and it has a subwoofer out. Now, the drawback with this little amplifier here is that it doesn't have the typical RCA connectors for your speakers per se. What it has is a little connector thing here, which I'm going to show to you in a minute. And because of that, it's difficult to to connect to high-end speakers, because the cables that 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 you can connect to this connector are really those kind of shoelace kind of cables, small, really small, really tiny speaker cables. So that's the drawback. But in terms of sound quality, it's not too bad, because the fact that you're able to connect a subwoofer out to it really enhances the sound, so to speak. I forgot to mention too that you can also connect a hard drive to the back, or a USB drive with pre-recorded music to it, and it it packs a little punch, so to speak. I have used this in many different scenarios since I've had it. I've used it to power my TV speakers, in my bedroom. I'm using the optical out from the TV into this, and I've used it to power my computer, computer speakers. But in terms of hi-fi, I have tried it with, with a dedicated sub and bigger speakers, which is what I'm going to do today. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so behind me here is my console area, and I mentioned earlier that it uses this Molex kind of connector, which I'm going to connect to it right now, and you know um, to get to connect to my speakers. Now, in terms of speakers, what I have here today is a pair of let me just get it. It's a pair of Infinity speakers. These are kind of vintage speakers, so to speak. I'm just gonna pull off the grill here so that you can see the drivers. And what I love about this speaker here is the fact that it produces a very natural and clean sound. It plays, if I may use that word, it plays very effortlessly. You know, it doesn't require a lot of power to drive it. And back in the day, Infinity was a popular brand, and this little speaker here, I have used it with different amplifiers, more bigger amplifiers, so to speak, and I just love the sound that it produces. Beautiful, clean, with a lot of presence. Can I use that word? A lot of presence. It plays effortlessly. The only thing I don't like about it, but it comes in handy for this amplifier that I'm going to use it with, is that it doesn't have binding post at the back, on the back here. Yeah, it doesn't have binding post on the rear. What it has is just these little spring-loaded speaker terminals, right? But for this purpose, it comes in clutch, because I'm using skinny shoelace kind of cables from this amplifier to these speakers, and this is the kind of this is the setup for today. So I have a pair of this. These are beautiful, kind of wood veneer. It might be solid wood too, I'm not sure, but nevertheless, I just love the look of this, of this little speaker here. All right, so yeah, so this is what my amplifier is going to be connected to. Yeah, and it's a simple setup, very simple setup. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to connect my the speaker terminal to the back of the amplifier, and this is what it looks like, with these little skinny speaker wires here. So I'm going to connect it to the back of the amplifier here. So, and this is what it looks like, and And I'm gonna get over here. Just hope you can see my terminal, my console here. So I'm gonna let it sit here. Not only do I have to connect it, not only do I have to connect those speaker terminals to it, but I also have to connect the power supply. This is an external power supply. So let me just connect this right away. All right, so my power supply is connected, and let me just make sure that I have power. It's close to power. And next I am going to connect my, let's get this out of the way. I'm going to connect my speaker wires. Yes, I'm just connecting the speaker wires to my speakers here. All right, so my left speaker is connected, and I'm just gonna head over here and connect my right speaker. Okay, yeah. So here we go. Yeah, so this is fairly easy, you know. And I wish it had banana plugs. All right, I'm going to plug it in, add some power to it, and if you're able to see it, you would see that it lights up. Now, the thing about this amplifier here is you get this little LED here lights up according to the kind of input, you know, depending on what input mode you select. So it also comes with a remote here, right? This is the remote for it, and you have the option of selecting USB input or auxiliary input. You have the optical input. You can select Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, right? Yeah. So depending on what I select, the LED will change to a different color depending on input. So let me select USB and see what it shows up as. So USB is in red. It's flashing because I don't have anything connected to the USB input yet. Auxiliary, that's green, like it was before. And optical is a kind of a pink connector. Wi-Fi is a kind of a light bluish greenish output, and Bluetooth is blue. Bluetooth is blue. All right, so that's it in terms of the inputs that are available to it. Now, what I also did not mention about this is that it also has it also comes with an app. It comes with an app. Let me just grab my phone here and see if I can find the app on my phone. And what the app allows me to do with this little amplifier, it allows me to to stream from different streaming apps, from different streaming apps like from Tidal, Qobuz, Spotify. It allows me to do Apple AirPlay on all of those different digital streams. Yeah, I'm trying to find it here on my phone. Yeah, but it does come with an app. Yeah, so here it is on my phone. It's called a 4Stream app. And people say that this is kind of knockoff of the Blue Sound Node. The Blue Sound Node, you know, streaming app. And in here, I can do a lot of stuff. I can do a lot of stuff in this app. You know, depending on what I'm streaming, I can, yeah, yeah. But this is the app for it. And yeah, I can do a lot of stuff within the app per se. So this is what it kind of looks like, right? You can see here it has you know, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Tidal, Internet Radio, Qobuz, you know, quite a wide variety of you know, streaming apps that are implemented, or should I say, different streaming sources that are implemented within the app. Yeah, so you know the app comes in very handy. I can switch it on and switch the unit on and off within the app. You know, I can go to switch to different streaming services. I can adjust volume and all of that. Yeah. So let's try something. I'm gonna fire up I'm gonna fire up I'm gonna fire up what Spotify, because that is what I'm connected to. Now I won't be able to play back what I'm listening to right now in the video because of copyrighting, you know, reasons. Yeah. But I'm just gonna fire up Spotify. Right, you will see that. And then within the app, you know, I was listening to, last time I listened to some jazz from the Lincoln Center, and I love to listen to Kurt Elling. Yeah, so let's fire up some Kurt Elling. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, so that's the build for today. The Arylic A-50 Plus. It's 50 watts per channel. Have a lot of goodies built into this little amplifier. Today I did not add a subwoofer to it, because right now I have 2 subwoofers in this room at the moment, but both of them are connected to my to my home theater. You know, and it would just be a kind of a hassle to pull out one because of where they are located in the room. Yeah, but I you know, it definitely has a subwoofer out on it, which I have used in the past, and it's a nice little amplifier. I wish I could play it back, you know, in the video so you could get a feel of it. But you know how it works, right? If I don't own the rights to the music, I can play it back. All right. So that's the build for today. If you can find one of these little amplifiers, you know, the Arylic A-50 Plus, I would recommend it. You know, at least for background music, if you want to, or something to power your computer speakers or to power your TV speakers. It's very small, very inconspicuous, does not take up a lot of space. It doesn't draw a lot of attention to itself, but it has so much built, so much inside of it. Now, I know these little digital amps can sound a little bit harsh from time to time, you know, and of course these have a little bit of harshness in the treble, but overall it's not bad. It's not too bad. It's good enough for you know casual listening, so to speak. Yeah. So you know, if you can find one, I would definitely recommend it. The Arylic A-50 Plus. You know, a lot has been packed into this little thing, in terms of connectivity and all of that, and streaming services. I love it. All right, so that's the build for today, and this is build number 1. Right, so watch out for build number 2 coming up in another video, which I'm gonna in that video I'm gonna use another amp, another small amp with a different set of speakers. So the build today was a pair of Infinity bookshelf speakers, like again with the Arylic A-50 Plus, and you know, these Infinity speakers, I think they are 100 watts per channel. They're lovely. You know, they just yeah, they have stood the test of time. I love the clarity and the presence that they have, and yeah, like one reviewer would say, that I would watch from time to time. The only person who have to, you know, not to steal his line, but the only person who has to love your system or to like your system is you. All right? Yeah. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and if you love this video, give me a thumbs up. If you love to build stuff and put stuff together like I do, you know, if you love to connect up wires and all of those kind of stuff, give me a thumbs up. All right, so until the next video, watch out for build number 2, and I'm gonna do these little builds from time to time. Nothing to blow your way per se, just for fun, as we continue, you know, with the channel. All right, so until the next video, thank you for watching and have a great day.